wind noise. It's a nice day, a bit blustery. I popped back to this ridge and furrow field, see if we can find anything else decent. I've just had a signal here, a bit of lead. Might as well show you that anyway, and then we'll carry on. I'm only here for the afternoon, so it won't be as long as last time. So probably about 8 inches deep, 9 inches. Got a bit of lead, like I said. I thought at first I could see a figure on it, but I'm not so sure what you make of that. Or maybe it's just a blob of lead that just happens to have a shape similar to something else. Yeah, there we go, that's the first find of the day. I'm reasonably close to the edge of the field again, and we've just had a signal down here. It was a bit jumpy, and there's some iron sort of around the perimeter of this hole. This was 8 inches deep, and I'm pleased to say we've got the first coin of the day. George II, I think it's a halfpenny. Not too bad condition really for a coin that's been in the ground for a couple of 100 years, a bit more. Can you see the date on that? I can't make up the date. I think they're used. I think this was 1770ish. I'll have to check that though when I get back. But yeah, that's not bad. This was a bit of an iffy signal. You can see there's signs of iron in the ground there. So I was getting iron signals and some positive numbers as well, up to about 17ish, 18 thereabouts. And I have found something. It was 8 inches deep, by the way. I've got a buckle. Unfortunately, I've possibly broken it digging it out. Although that break looks quite old actually. Oops, just lost a bit of it. So yeah, probably a shoe buckle, I think, that one. Oh dear, butterfingers today. Yep, so I think that's sort of 1700s, that one. Mid to late 1700s, I guess. Right, do like a buckle. Just in the side of this ridge and furrow here. Another 8-inch signal. I think it's 15 up to about 17 again. Again, signs of iron around here. This part of the field, the grass is a bit longer, and I think maybe bits have been dumped here over the years. Anyway, this is what we just found. So I think we've got a clasp of some sorts. A book clasp, possibly. I guess it could even be a clog clasp, but I'm not sure, so I haven't found one of them before. I've seen them online, but so some sort of a clasp. Not sure on dates on that. I'll have a look into it later. Yeah, signs of iron there, where it would have clipped into place. Good. Right, we've got a loud signal here. Well, loud, high numbers. Into the 30s. So, something very conductive. Could be a big dollop of lead, could be a big aluminium horseshoe. Maybe a cartwheel penny or a drinks tin. Could be anything really. So let's have a look together and see what it turns out to be. Well, I don't think it's a horseshoe, it's quite small. It's just about there on that corner. Aha. There's something in the ground. You see that? I think that might be a big coin. Yeah, looks like it could be a cartwheel. It is. We've got a cartwheel. Brilliant. That's the third one from this field. I had two in the previous video. If you haven't seen that yet, give it a look, give it a watch. It's had some nice finds. Yes, we've got a cartwheel penny. Oh, we did have. Rub it too much. Yeah, I've said before, they're usually quite crusty, these. But you can just make out Britannia on the back there. Date will be 1797 again. And somewhere there is George III. Just make out his profile. Excellent. Oh, dropped it again. Right, I'm going to put that in the bag before I lose it another time. How deep was that? 8 inches again. Good. Another corner of the hole find. I wasn't that confident of it being anything good. 8 inches deep again. Because I had some iron signals as well, and I thought, is it going to be a bit of flat iron? Well, I'm pleased to say it's not. We've got a spindle wall, or a loom weight, whichever they are. I think it's a spindle wall. Difficult to date these, isn't it? I think, but could be medieval, maybe later. Who knows? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be decorated. I guess it could even be older, but I'm not so sure. Very hard to date lead items. But that's good, that's a good find. Nice little artefact. I'm not getting quite as many signals today as well, probably because of where I've been in the field. There's quite a bit of iron over to the side of the field there. This was a 9-inch deep hole. Slightly jumpy signal again, not fantastic. And we have another spindle wall. Very basic design, this one. So I wonder if that could be older than the last one I found. That's good to find. Another nice little artefact. Great. I've just dropped down into the lower field again. Just had my coffee break. Lovely. Right, I'm under this tree here. I've got a 23-24 signal, fairly shallow actually, so don't know, could be a coin, could be a shotty again. We'll find out now anyway. Some tree roots down here. It's under the roots. Sorry about any wind noise. I'm trying to keep it off the microphone, but leaf. Don't see anything. Nothing so far. Sorry, back camera work again. I dug quite a small hole actually, probably should have widened it a bit. It's a stone. Still don't see anything. Aha, I do now. There, can you see that? Something green in the bottom. Oh, the roots. I've got a buckle. There, Lovely, a nice little buckle there, and something else with it. Oh, a bit of pottery. Can't make out what that is. Something to do with the ocean or the sea or something. But we have got a buckle, a complete one, which is nice. Good. So I wonder if somebody's sat under this tree in the past, sheltered from the sun or the rain, and sat down and had the lunch. Try and get a date for that later on. Again, probably 1700s. Brilliant. Yeah, there we go. I am now in the opposite corner of the field, well, near the corner to where I had the buckle and the little button afterwards as well. A very loud sounding 20 signal, very high pitched. It's just down here. It's a bit of a depression in the ground, So I don't know whether it's going to be junk or what. Right, we're on. So let's see what comes out of the soil. So I imagine this bit of ground, actually the soil's quite damp anyway, but I imagine the water might sort of well up here after a heavy rain. Try and keep my fingers off the lens, I can't promise you how I am doing. Just a bit of stone. Is that a bit of lead there, or is it another bit of stone? Just in that corner somewhere. Yeah, I might have to cut this video short. I think it's going to be something. I feel it might be something horrible. Oops. Ah, now then. It's a big chunk of lead. That's got a fair bit of weight to it. That's a sign of iron at the top as well. And the bottom. That's a bit odd, isn't it? Got signs of iron in both corners there. And at the top as well. So that could be some sort of steelyard weight. Can't think what else it would be. Yeah, it's a bit of an unusual shape, that, isn't it? Right, difficult to date. Got a nice loud 20 signal here somewhere. It's a stone. Just about here somewhere. Right in that corner. Shush. There's something there, look. It's not a button. It's there. Oh, it's not a button. It's a buckle, a nice one as well, I think. Awesome. I think I can see the, yeah, it looks like the pins there as well. Steady. There's a bit of patina disappearing there. That's quite a nice little buckle, that. Yeah, right, I'm not going to pick away anymore at that. I'm going to leave that as it is and pop it in a bag and give it a clean later on. I'm not showing the date on this. I suppose, I mean, most of the finds so far, apart from the lead find, that odd find last week, they were very old. Most of the stuff's sort of been 1700s. The spindle whorls might be a bit earlier. So I guess this could be sort of 1600s, 1700s. Oops, soil's come out already. Oh, there we go. Yep, nice little find. Complete with a pin. Great stuff. Nice loud signal there again. 19 up to 25-ish. Bit of iron there. 24. 26, so I hope it's not a modern 2p. Still reading 24. It's got to be copper, isn't it? It must be. Right there. I should have got it. It's in there. What have we got? Not a shotty, is it? Is it a coin? A button? There we go. We've got a coin. Another warm one. At the moment I don't see anything on there. Is it that? Whoops. Just give that a rub on the trousers. I can maybe just, I think I can just see the outline of a bus there, possibly facing left. So it could be a George II, unless my eyes are playing tricks on me. I think it's probably a George II halfpenny. Or is it a farthing? I can't remember. Anyway, it's a coin, one to look at later on, but I don't think I'm going to get much off that. We've got another signal here. Well, the numbers have dropped down to 17 now. So, let's have a look. Oh, it's still down there. What's that? Nope. Saw something black. Sadly, it's just a bit of coal, I think. Oh, it's quite big, I think, this. Well, no, actually, maybe not. Since it's that way somewhere, it seems to be quite a very wide signal. See a little bit of green. Oops. Is that it? Oh, I don't know what that is, it's quite light. What is that? Is that it? It seems to be. Strange thing, that. What on earth is that? That's it. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's sort of cup shaped. Could it have been a little bell or something? But the bottom's gone. Copper. I don't know if it would have been a bell or not really, it's that kind of shape. I'll just see if I can get some of the soil out from inside that and I'll bring you back in a moment. Well, I've got a bit of the soil out, but that's quite firm in there, so I'll leave that until I get home. I think it must be part of a bell. I don't know, it could have been a candle snuffer I suppose, but a bit too big for one of those fob seals, I think. Anyway, a party fact. We'll call it a party fact. I've just dug up a 15 signal down there, about 7 inches deep, and here we are. Could be a harness ring, but it looks like it's got some age to it. Can you see the file marks on that? So if that's a harness ring, I think it's a pretty old one. Got a bit of a flat on that side, that top there. I did wonder if it could have been a buckle, but I'm not so sure. I don't really see any pin marks. Yeah, you can see the file marks, can't you? Hopefully you can anyway. Yeah, I haven't had one quite like this before. This, because it's fairly flat, quite thin. Yeah, it's got some age to it, has that? Great stuff. Well, this was a fairly deep one, about 8 or 9 inches, that one. It's a 14 signal, well 1314, and we have it out and it looks quite nice actually. Got a buckle. Lots of iron there, so the pin is in the middle of that lot somewhere. Probably won't survive it, I don't think. I don't think it's silver. No, it looks a bit corroded on that back end, doesn't it? Maybe some sort of alloy with quite a bit of tin. I will do the silver test when I get home, but I'm being cautious and I think it probably isn't. It is nice though. I'm not sure. I don't know. If it is, it'll be the first one I've ever found that's silver. But I suspect it isn't. But I will let you know in the roundup. We've got another signal here, 18-ish. So let's see what this is. Oops. One thing I will say with this field is I haven't had much rubbish at all. So he says, thinking it might just have cursed this one, but it's been a nice clean field really. I think it lights out, it's there, look. See it? That could be another button. Oh no, it's not. Oops, there goes a patina. It's a coin, quite a thin one. Quite a slick one again. Jets messing about behind me. Don't know what that is, folks. Make a right racket, don't they? Very thin, quite small that. So far, all the coins have been the Georges, haven't they? In these two small fields. I've no silver coins at all. It's ridge and furrow, so I suppose it dates back to 1700s, 1800s. Can't tell what that is. Quite irregular shaped. Probably fairly old, I would think maybe early 1700s, so it could be a George I. Can I see something appearing through there? Can you see it? I don't know. Not sure on that one really. Right, I'll check it out later on, but that side looks fairly toasted. There might be something on that side, but I can't work out which way that's supposed to be. I think it might be that way. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit toasted. It's still a nice find. Hiya folks, right, here we are with a roundup. The first thing I dug was a blob of lead. I thought it was a figure, or I thought I could see a figure there, but I think it was just my imagination. So just a lump of lead there. Some bits, well, I'll just show you these here. Some bits of junk at the bottom. I don't know what that is. Looks like a cap off something. It could even be a back of a pocket watch, I think. Not entirely sure, really. A frame from one of those buttons, cloth buttons. This I thought was a coin at the time. but there's absolutely no detail on it at all that I can see. It's quite thick as well. Just doesn't quite feel right for a coin. Button, other buttons here, little bit of probably 18th century, 17th century I mean, pottery. Couldn't quite find a match for that, probably imported Chinese I would imagine. Came out with the same hole as a buckle. This is a clog clasp, probably post-medieval. This thing, yep, it's a bell. I did eventually realise. Not quite sure what off. Could be something to do with horse tack, like a, you know, like a fitting of a carriage fitting or something. Like, could even be a shop bell. No markings that I can see. So again, probably post-medieval. I think most of the finds from that field seem to be Georgian. Big old lump of lead. I actually don't think it is a weight of, you know, like a, what they call them? Steelyard weight, and that's it. I can't think of the name then. I don't think it is one of those because the iron seems to be too big and there's a big lump on this end as well, so it could have had some sort of agricultural use. So I don't know a date on that. Probably again with the rest of the finds, usually are more often than not the post-medieval. That's that. A couple of harness rings. That one's quite crusty. Nothing fantastic, that one. This one, I believe it's medieval. I've had a look on the PAS website and it does match with a lot of the medieval ones, especially with the fire markings on as well. So it's got some good age to it, that. This buckle, I did mention that I wondered if it was silver. It's definitely not silver. It's copper alloy, and I've managed to break the corner off, getting the bits of iron out. So lesson learned there. Shame it's broken, but it is what it is. Another big buckle there in two parts. Probably a shoe buckle, that one. Bit crusty. Another buckle there. Not great really. So these buckles, 1, 2, 3, probably 1700s, late 1700s I would guess. This one is the oldest one. Still got the pin, although it's quite bent. Looks like it's been pushed through. And this one, it seems to date, spectacle buckle, they date from 1500 to 1650-ish, thereabouts. I suspect the latter. What's that? Another cartwheel penny, bit crusty. I think they're all dated 1797, these. Some other coins. These two coins, well, they've had it. They're pretty much toasted. So, nothing fabulous there. But that one, just make out some detail. George II, and he reigned from 1727 to 1760. I suppose he's going to be probably late 1700. I can't quite see the date. You can see Britannia on the back there. Yeah, so it's not too bad. These were the best two finds. Well, for me anyway. A couple of spindle walls. Apparently, the spindle walls with the narrower holes are probably going to be older, and with that kind of design as well. That could date back to Roman, but it's more likely to be sort of medieval. That's probably early medieval. This will probably be later, I would imagine. No patterns on them. But yeah, I do like finding spindle walls. So there we go. Okay, so thanks for joining me once again, folks. If you have any comments on any of the finds, please do post them down below. Always good to read your comments. Until next time, take care, happy hunting, we'll see you soon.